AI creators are flooding the internet. Faceless channels are monetizing millions of views. And somehow, in the middle of all of this, personal brands feel less effective than ever. Not because visibility is a bad thing, and it's not because you shouldn't be on camera, it's because the model is fundamentally broken. The way we were told to build a business around a particular personality or a specific lifestyle. I built one of those personal brands. So I'm speaking from my own experience here. Things have changed. I built this personal brand, it grew, it made money, but then trends changed, fads faded, I evolved as a person, and then I spent years quietly dismantling this thing I had built because what I built was keeping me capped. And I wanted my business to be able to grow beyond me as an individual. So in this video, I wanted to take the opportunity to break down what's actually working now after studying this very closely and living through it myself over the last couple of years. This is what the creme de la creme, the best in their industries, are doing to stand out and be the true authorities. And if you want the full framework behind it, comment business plan below this video and we'll send you our Knowledge Bank business plan, which is a free guide that maps out exactly how to build a business around your expertise, not just your personality, which we're gonna talk about a lot in this video, and the downfall of it. So let's talk about the rise and fall, first of all, of personal brand culture. So to understand why the personal brand model feels kind of cringe now, we need to understand why it worked in the first place. In the early days of social media, so like the mid 2000s through the 2010s, I would say, the internet rewarded one thing above everything else: attention. If you could get people to watch, follow you, listen to you, you had leverage. And the personal brand was the perfect vehicle for that. Social media platforms gave anyone with an internet connection access to a global audience almost overnight. So the barrier to entry was nothing, it was zero. And the formula was super simple: share your life, build an audience, monetize the attention. So what happened was really interesting because business owners, entrepreneurs, were all of a sudden watching these influencers and creators build these massive platforms. And they thought, I should do that. And a lot of them did. Hello, myself included. And it worked for a little while until it stopped. So I was absolutely a part of that wave, and I started building my YouTube channel over a decade ago, back when you could genuinely earn a living on attention alone. But even back then, I kind of knew something was a little off about this whole thing, and that's why I've stuck to a very simple strategy most of my career, and it did not rely on my personality. It relied on me showing up, knowing what I was talking about, and sharing value. And the interesting thing was, I didn't even monetize this channel in the early days when everyone was telling me to do so. I should be making ad revenue from sponsors and AdSense and all of those things. And the internet was saying, post more, do more, more content. And all of the big wigs in the space were saying the same thing. So I tried it. I gave it more. I gave, more content, more of my personal life, more of my routines, more of me as a person. And for a little bit it grew, but it always felt really weird. And I started to notice something interesting. The business was entirely dependent on me showing up every single day. Not because I wanted to, but because the model demanded it. And people were wanting to work with us because of me and my personal life and my personality, which I thought was so strange. And a little fun fact about that is that if that's the only reason people are coming to you in your business, you're not going to get the best clients. And so we've learned pretty quickly, it was less about me, it was more about this methodology that we built that actually was working and leaning heavily into the method instead of me. So here's what I've come to understand. When your business is you, when your revenue depends on your personality and your relevancy depends on your personality, your presence and this constant output, you have not built a business. You have built a job, a very public, very demanding job. And no matter how big that job gets, you can't scale one person. So before we get into how to do this in a way that's truly healthy and sustainable and everything that I've learned through over a decade of being in this industry, be sure to comment business plan below. We're going to send you the Knowledge Bank business plan, which is completely free. And it's a clear roadmap that we've built for monetizing your unique expertise and a methodology into a scalable, profitable online business. So the personal brand model, it didn't collapse overnight, but three things kind of happened at the same time that fundamentally changed what it meant to build a visible business online. The first is the market got so saturated. The barrier to entry for building a personal brand became, again, zero. Platforms lowered the bar. Anyone with a phone and an opinion could position themselves as experts, and they did, which meant the space got flooded with people who were performing expertise rather than actually knowing what they were talking about. everyone became a brand, everyone became a voice, everyone became an influencer, everyone had a unique story and a framework. And when everything becomes a signal, then nothing is. Very little is actually able to cut through any of that noise. So the audience got a lot smarter, and we saw the downfall of a lot of businesses and people who are playing that game. So skepticism went up, trust became so much harder to earn, and rightfully so. Audience started questioning the authenticity of what they were seeing. Polished, strategic, self-promotional content started reading as really kind of hollow and inauthentic. People weren't just, tired. They also stopped believing. They stopped trusting. The second thing that happened was the algorithm made it unsustainable. So I've talked to hundreds of people about this, and almost universally, they describe the same thing. The algorithm started demanding more to help it determine which creators and which business owners were actually worth pushing. So suddenly, to be a successful creator, it meant more. It meant posting every day, multiple times a day, going live, creating short form content, being on every platform, carousels, stories, reels, all the things, on and on and on, just to stay visible, even if that visibility wasn't doing much for you. And it really was to just keep feeding the machines, because the machines rely on you creating content so they get more ads and more ad revenue. And if you slowed down, even for a week, the reach was going to drop. Impressions fell, leads dried up. The pressure to constantly maintain and grow this personal brand took a real toll on people. So burnout wasn't just a buzzword. It was really the exit ramp for so many people. We saw this time and time again. How many people did we watch and see completely burn out and fizzle because they were trying to play that content hamster wheel game? Because when you build on rented land, you're always one algorithm change away from losing everything you built. So the third, AI has changed the game entirely, whether we like it or not. This is the part that's happening right now, and it's really fascinating. AI creators have arrived. Faceless channels are generating millions of views. AI-generated personalities are a real thing. Synthetic voices are delivering real information, and suddenly, the one thing personal brands were supposed to have as their competitive advantage, human uniqueness, their only I can say this factor, is being replicated at scale by machines with no personality at all. Isn't that weird? So I was having a conversation with my team recently, and someone made a really interesting observation that landed for me. They said, if the only thing separating your brand from an AI channel is that you're a person, it is not a strong enough moat, because that's not hard to fake anymore. What's hard to fake? Results, methodology, an actual proven framework with real expertise behind it and years of experience behind it that people can point to and say, this worked for me. So here's what I've watched happen in real time. The people whose audiences are growing, whose businesses are compounding, and whose leads are coming in consistently, they're not the people with the best personal brands. They're not sharing their life. They're the people whose content stopped chasing virality and started building gravity. So depth is pulling the right people in. They're not shouting. They're really becoming a destination for people. So the personal brand era gave us something really important. It proved that individual expertise has real value, and that one person with real knowledge could build a true business, but it overcorrected. It turned from here's what I know into here's who I am, look at my life, look at my things, etc. And those are very different games. Your expertise and your knowledge should outlive your personality. That's why we call it creating a legacy business. We want your genius and your method and your impact to outlive you. Your business should be able to grow beyond you. And that requires a completely different approach that people have not caught up with yet. So probably the most problematic part of personal brands and what we have seen in the rise and fall of so many is that there's this phrase that got really popular in this world called "you are the product." And it sounds really empowering and enticing and exciting, but I want to challenge it, because when you're the product, when your business is built around your face, your voice, your presence, two very specific things happen that quietly destroy your long-term growth. The first thing, you can't scale without cloning yourself. So think about what it actually means to grow a personal brand-based business where you are the center of the universe. Your content requires you, your sales conversations require you, your delivery requires you. Every time you try to grow, you hit a ceiling. Because growth means more of you, more hours, more appearances, more performance. And there are only so many hours in the day. And I know this ceiling personally because I hit it really hard when I was 29. I ended up in the hospital. They thought were stroke symptoms. And my business model was actually making me sick. I was trading my time for money on a pretty massive scale, even though it looked like I was super successful because I was booked and busy. But the problem was I was constantly hitting this ceiling. The second thing is you can't evolve. So this one is a little bit quieter, but maybe even more damaging. When your business is you, they're not following and trusting a methodology. They're following a person, and people change. Trust me. Your opinions shift. Your life changes. You have kids, you move on, you grow up, you go through hard seasons. And every time you evolve as a human being, your personal brand all of a sudden then has to kind of reckon with that publicly. So every pivot becomes a rebrand. Every change becomes a crisis. I've watched people who have performatively said they're very successful, they have all the things, they've showed it off on social media, and then I know the truth behind the scenes is they are living month to month or they're in debt. When you build a personal brand around inauthenticity, it's bound to catch up with you. And you're suddenly trying to keep up a performance that doesn't actually reflect who you are anymore, which is exhausting. So when I had my daughter, my business kept running, not because I worked through maternity leave. In fact, I took months off of working at all. And I'm about to do the same thing because I'm pregnant with our second, but because I had built something that didn't require my daily presence to function. So my team facilitated the program. The methodology was what people are learning from and getting super great results from. My clients got these incredible wins, not because I was on every call, but because the system simply works. Doesn't matter if I'm facilitating it or somebody else is. And that's only possible when your business is built around a method, not around me, not around you. So you are the product feels like freedom, but it's actually one of the most restrictive business models you can build because you never can truly step back from it. You can never really hand it off. You can never really truly scale. The people building these lasting, durable, scalable businesses right now are not the product. The value of what they've created is the product. And I think this is important to touch on because how many times have we seen, especially in the early days of personal branding, this person who has a big audience built around who they are, they go and try and launch something to sell to that audience. And there's either one of two reactions. One, it sells nothing because people aren't interested in buying from a personal brand. Or two, it sells a bunch, but the offer isn't actually that good. So then they get absolutely roasted at the same time. That is because people are buying because of the person as opposed to the quality of what they're investing into. And at the end of the day, if you don't have a good offer, one, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna stand the test of time. And two, you're just gonna get a bunch of really terrible feedback. So I think what personal brands did is they put the emphasis on marketing and they lost the emphasis on the quality of what you're actually putting out to market. So what do you do now? And again, I'm not saying don't be visible. I'm not saying go faceless. I'm not saying remove the human element from your business. Exactly the opposite, actually. Being a real human being with real expertise and opinions is really, really important. The pendulum has just swung too far in both directions, and neither extreme is really the answer. So on one end, the oversharing personal brand becomes your whole life on camera. Every opinion, meal, workout, built for likes, not built for legacy. On the other end of the spectrum, we're now seeing these soulless AI factories with no human at all, just content machines optimized for volume and a lot of trash. So right now, there's almost no one occupying the space between those two extremes, and that gap is massive. It is the biggest opportunity right now for professionals and experts to take advantage of. So you don't have to choose between being invisible and oversharing. You don't have to choose between faceless channels and performing your life. There is a third option. You show up as the expert, not the personality. You show up with value. You show up to make a difference. You show up to get results for people. Let your content solve specific problems for specific people. Let your visibility serve your method, not your ego and not the algorithm. And build a business that can grow beyond you because you're not a brand. You have something of value, but you're not a brand. So this is the reframe I really want to leave you with. You're not a brand. You have a methodology. Okay, here's something that I have been really kind of noodling on lately. We've spent years trying to get the outputs of a great reputation, the loyalty, the trust, the repeat business, the sense that people are returning to a person by optimizing for the wrong inputs. Show more of yourself, be more authentic, let people in. And I understand the instinct here. And authenticity is important, but we got the lesson backwards. The loyalty isn't created by showing more of you. The loyalty is created by the work, by having a standard so clear and so consistent that people know exactly what they're getting when they come to you, by building something that proves over time what your name actually means. A personal brand built on a real body of work and results at the end of the day, a system that gets people results and it compounds over years. Really what it is, whether it's a personal brand, a corporate brand, etc., a brand is about results. It's about something that can stand the test of time. And that can't be one individual person. So I tell you this from experience, and this is why I stopped caring or trying to build a personal brand. A personal brand built on performance is exhausting. One becomes a name that means something. The other becomes this job you can never actually put down. So this is how I think about my own business now, because I show up on this channel as Sunny. But the thing people are actually learning when they work with us, it's not Sunny. It's not how to be me. It's a framework. You're a part of a method, a system, and a repeatable process that's helped thousands of people build scalable businesses over a decade. Team is facilitating it, coaches teach it, curriculum delivers it. I am a part of the business, but I am not the business. And here's what shifted when I made that mental move. I mean, so many things did, but my content got so much easier to create because I wasn't trying to reinvent my voice every day. And I was just adding pages to the same book. Opportunities became more inbound because I really wasn't shouting about who I was. I was demonstrating what the method produces. So the right people found us because the work was specific, not because the personality was super loud. I would actually say a lot of the times with my content, I'm like, it's a little bit boring. But it's not boring to the people who need it the most, because all I really care about is helping, creating an impact, and creating value. And that has not changed from day one until now. I've had a few little outlier videos where I've tried things or I've shared more of my personal life, and it always felt so strange. And it's why I don't care to do it at this point. So the personal brand era gave us one genuinely important idea. Individual expertise has real value. That's true, and it will always be true. Actually more valuable than ever now with all of the AI information overload that we're seeing. But the next evolution isn't going to be showing up more. It's building something that lasts, something that serves your clients when you're not in the room, something that grows when you step back, something that can be taught by others and still get the same results. That's not a personal brand. That is a business, okay? And right now, it's the most important distinction to make because I think we've been making those things one thing for a long time, and we're now seeing that they're just not, and it's a huge downfall if you think that a personal brand and a business are the exact same thing. It's how people end up maybe doing well for a little bit, and then because they don't have a true business model to back it up, they become invisible, they lose everything they've worked for, and it's a fickle place to be. So I truly believe that this personal brand era is over. Not because visibility doesn't matter, and again, not because being a human on camera doesn't matter, but because the old model, the you are the product model and show up every day and feed the machine situation, it's done. What's replacing it is an AI. It isn't just these faceless channels, it's people, experts who are smart enough to build their business around something more durable than their personality. So it's the method, the proven process, the results. That's the business worth building. And that's the business that's really standing out right now. It's not the people that are shouting the loudest because people are overwhelmed with information. It's the people that are quietly the experts in their space, and they speak to that and they continue and consistently to create value around it for people. So if what I just shared resonated with you at all, if you're sitting here thinking, I have real expertise, I know what I'm talking about, don't want to be like this influencer personal brand person, but I do want to help people, there is a business here. I'm telling you. And it's what we've helped people do for, like I said, a decade. So comment business plan below or click the link in the description to access our Knowledge Bank business plan. It's completely free. It's the clearest framework that we can show you for taking what you know and turning it into something that doesn't require a constant presence to grow. If you're ready to start building it, I made this video specifically on how to do that from scratch. Even if you have no audience and no idea where to start, it's called The Smartest Way to Turn Your Expertise into $1 Million. Picks up exactly where this one leaves off. And if there was anything that brought up a light bulb or an aha for you in this video, please leave it in the comments below. They are our love language. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.